Hi, this is Stephanie Gravelisi, and you're listening to another episode of Food Stories Told. Today, I'm really excited to share something special with you. Last winter, had the privilege to write an article for the winter 2024 issue of Voices, a wonderful publication by the wine brand Maze Rowe. In this issue, I explore the vibrant world of Indigenous dining in the U.S. I had the incredible opportunity to connect with Sherry Pocknett from Sly Fox Den Too, Sherman from Owamni, and Loretta Barrett Oden. Each of them shared their heartfelt stories and observations about their projects, the joys, and the challenges they face as they work to uplift and preserve Indigenous foodways for the future. Our conversations were impactful, and learning from such amazing people filled my heart. In this episode, I'll be reading this article to you, bringing their voices and stories right into your ears. So grab your favorite cup of tea or coffee and join me as we dive into these inspiring food stories together. In this story, I had the opportunity to connect with three chefs of many who are showcasing the movement's ties to cultural preservation, culinary innovation, and impact. The culinary world is often drawn to the latest trends, yet the traces of timeless traditions leave a profound impact. Indigenous cuisine is a stirring testament to this, born from a fervent dedication not only to preserve traditions, but also to reclaim and honor the original culinary culture of America. This cuisine transcends the idea of a passing food trend and instead invites us to gather at a table overflowing with enduring heritage, an arena where culinary innovation and age-old narratives weave together, and the respect for authentic ancestral foodways is more than an expectation. It's a core principle. The rise of restaurants like Owamni 39 and Sly Fox Den highlights this cultural resurgence, mirroring food's power as a potent tool for cultural preservation. They acknowledge the inextricable link between food and identity, serving cuisine steeped in a deep awareness of its indigenous roots. Their ascendancy signals a pivotal shift in the culinary landscape of the 21st century, casting a spotlight on Indigenous cuisine, a domain rich with history, knowledge, and tastes, quietly cultivated and resiliently preserved by Indigenous communities across America. A decolonized pantry, one of the essential aspects of decolonized food, as articulated by Chef Sherman of Owamni, lies in the absence of ingredients introduced to the Americas after the arrival of Europeans. This means avoiding familiar Western diet staples such as flour, sugar, dairy, beef, and chicken. We basically created a philosophy around what it means to decolonize, which isn't pretending colonization didn't happen, says Sherman. It's more so comparing the values that colonization is normalized, even in today's world, compared to how Indigenous communities on a global scale really have a deeper connection to the planet, to the foods, and to the world around us, and just have a lot more health and community-based focus. Instead, cuisine anchored in decolonization emphasizes the richness derived from Indigenous staples like corn, beans, squash, known as the Three Sisters in many Native American agricultural systems, wild games like buffalo and venison, a variety of fish species, and a plethora of foraged plants, nuts, seeds, and berries. A deep respect for traditional foodways shapes this culinary approach, mirroring a vibrant adaptability to the local environment and a pledge to sustainability and biodiversity. The absence of post-European ingredients doesn't restrict but illuminates the exquisite diversity of Indigenous food systems and tastes, which have been hidden for centuries. It is a testament to the resilience of Indigenous American communities, their vast wisdom about the edible landscape, and their potential to forge sustainable place-based diets in contemporary food culture. His passion for reviving Indigenous food knowledge is evident, as he says, and so a lot of our work is trying to steward a lot of that knowledge and just bring it forward so we can make our own decisions, of which systems we decide to keep and find different ways that we should be thinking about food, health, and the planet. Owamni, a stand for Indigenous cuisine. Owamni is more than a restaurant in Minneapolis. It's an act of cultural preservation. Commanded by the determined Oglala Lakota chef Sean Sherman, the establishment manifests dedication to decolonized food. Such a gastronomic philosophy emphasizes the use of ingredients indigenous to North America before the arrival of Europeans. Chef Sherman's steadfastness hasn't gone unnoticed, as evidenced by Owamni being named 2021's Best New Restaurant in the U.S. by the esteemed James Beard Foundation. I feel like it's essential for now because of the history of colonization, which has affected so many people, especially Black and Indigenous ones in America, expresses Sherman on the role of a restaurant like Owamni in the current social context. Authenticity at the center of 39. Over in Oklahoma City, another luminous beacon of Indigenous cuisine, 39, flourishes. Hailing from the Potawatomi community, Chef Loretta Barrett Oden has a rich culinary heritage spanning 35 years. What sets Indigenous cuisine apart is the stories these ingredients carry. Each ingredient, be it the three sisters of corn, beans, or squash, is woven with beautiful legends. Chef Oden elucidates about her selection of ingredients. In her pursuit of authenticity, she ensures that her menu incorporates ingredients at least 90% indigenous to the Americas, upholding the commitment that sets apart Indigenous cuisine. Sly Fox Den Too, celebrating the seasons. Sly Fox Den, tucked away in the heart of New England, offers an immersive exploration of Indigenous cuisine. Mashpee Wampanoag chef Sherry Pocknett helms Sly Fox Den, a beacon of Indigenous cuisine in New England. Like its menu, the restaurant is a unique melange of novelty and tradition. Chef Pocknett's philosophy revolves around empathetically responding to the season's offerings. Beyond her culinary feats, Chef Pocknett aspires to create an Indigenous living museum, allowing guests to immerse in a holistic cultural experience. I want people to experience the Indigenous food they've never had before. It's not just for Native American people, it's for everyone, Chef Pocknett explains her vision. The journey forward. By interlacing traditional cuisines, stories, and ingredients, chefs like Sherman, Oden, and Pocknett provocatively challenge and transform how we perceive food and its roots. However, the democratization and resurgence of Indigenous cuisine aren't without obstacles. They involve maintaining authenticity while avoiding pitfalls like commodification and cultural appropriation. The passion of innovative chefs combined with increased public interest hints at a promising future for Indigenous cuisine. In the words of optimistic Chef Oden, each decade we come back into the fore, but I think by golly, with the work that we're all doing now and with these young chefs coming up, I think we're here to stay. Their aspirations don't involve riding the wave of a passing trend, but envision permanent integration of Indigenous culinary traditions into mainstream dining, the dawning of a new chapter in gastronomy, one imbued with time-honored Native American heritage. Thanks for tuning in to Food Stories Told. I'm Stephanie Gravelisi, and it's been a pleasure sharing these stories with you. If you enjoyed today's episode, I'd be so grateful if you could take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Your support means we can keep bringing these food stories to life and share them with more people just like you. Don't forget to visit foodstoriestetold.com for more delicious content and to find out more about the topics we've talked about today. See you in the next episode.